Today is Wednesday, November 27th at about 5 p.m. almost. I am coming at you now 14 days post loop duodenal switch, or loop DS, or SADI, or SID, SADS, SADIes, whatever you want to call it, single anastomosis duodenal switch something. Anyhow, today was my 2-week visit with my surgeon. So before I tell you about that, okay, let me give you my stats. So April high weight was 406 pounds. Sorry, this is bugging me. I hope my hair was always bugging me. Day of surgery, which was 11/11, was 340 pounds. When I was released from the hospital 2 days later, I was at 348 because I had a lot of inflammation, a lot of gas, all that fun stuff. So within a couple of days, that was back down to 340. And today at my 2-week post-op appointment, which is actually 14 days, I was 322 pounds. Now, I'm a little upset. My surgeon's fine with it. She says that's a 10-pound weight loss since last week, so that's good. That's fine. My issue is, I've been telling you about all the nausea, all that fun stuff. I'm having a very hard time getting in my calories, getting in my protein, and even my fluids. Reason being, I keep forgetting that I had a surgery because, once your incisions are healing and you're just doing your thing, sometimes you just forget, or at least I do. And so I want to eat, but I want to eat like I normally do. So I get hungry and I want to make myself a huge plate of food because I'm starving. And so I make something I maybe shouldn't even be eating, or just even soft food, because that's what I'm on right now, soft foods. Even just making something and then taking about 2 or 3 bites, realizing I didn't chew like you're supposed to, and then getting sick and it sticking. So me thinking water is going to help it just kind of wash out. Yeah, well, it doesn't because I'm still healing. So instead of helping it wash out, the water just backs up more, makes me throw up, and then just 3 or 4 bites I can't eat anymore. And even with water, with protein, all of that, it's just a couple of sips and it's like my stomach says, no, you don't want to eat anymore. And so I say, okay, whatever. And food is so not important to me right now. I am going through so much and I'm stressing out so very much that food is one of the last things on my mind. So it's just, I don't think about the calories, and, I eat some soft foods, but I can't get much down, so I'm like, and then I just go all day with pretty much not eating, just doing other stuff, or I'll eat, but it's just like sugar-free Jell-O, doesn't really have any calories or anything, so I'm not getting in the calories that I need for my body to successfully lose weight that I need to, because it's in starvation mode, and it is holding on. So when I saw my surgeon today, she said she didn't like that. She was okay with progress that I'm making. However, they want me, her and my nutritionalist, want me to get in 600 calories now until I am able to integrate solid foods into my diet. So, and they want me to drink every 10 to 20 minutes. And if I can't get in my food, I should be drinking protein or protein water or something so that I'm at least getting kind of both together. So here's my problem. I've mentioned I work for the Postal Service, love my job, absolutely love it. The place I work, the managers, they're not all in my corner. And because I'm a union steward there as well, I'm like one of 12 union stewards out of 1,500 employees. Management is not going to give me kind of an extra pass because it looks like they're doing it because I'm a steward, or you know, they're giving me deferential treatment. And then the other stewards will, you know, utilize that in when they deny other people that aren't stewards. And then, yeah, it doesn't help anybody. So I kind of talked to my doctor about what happens, and even my nutritionalist about what happens if I cannot drink every 10 to 20 minutes. So they suggest drinking as much as I can throughout the day when I'm not at work. Taking a drink with me, because I work, it takes me about 40 to 45 minutes to get to work every day. So taking a drink with me, keeping it in the car, drinking on my way there and on my way back, which I usually do anyway. But when I'm at work, which peak season, I'm going to be working 6 days a week, probably the entire month, and at least 10, 12, and if they have a really high peak season, then they will ask for 16-hour volunteers. So I'm going to try to work as much as I can, because one, I miss my job, and I love what I do, and so I need to get some of this stress out, and I need to stop thinking so much about my family and about my home situation. So I think that going back to work and getting my mind off of it might help. However, if I'm at work and I'm working 10, 12, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, and I'm not able to get in my water, my protein, all of that, then I have the possibility of getting really sick, really dehydrated, kidneys. I already have bad kidneys, apparently. So all of that stuff going wrong. And I'm afraid of going back to work and them not allowing me to sip when I need to, even on just water, and getting dehydrated, having to go back to the hospital, having a blockage, you know, something happening, and having to take more time off work. And my surgeon suggested I keep myself out of work for another week or two. Heal, you know, because I've been overdoing it because of everything that's going on. If you've watched my last couple of videos, you know. So I'm a little nervous for work. Today's Wednesday, tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and I go back to work on Black Friday. But I work in the afternoon, so I don't get off until, you know, 11:30 at night, if I only have an 8-hour day. So we'll see how it goes. I will keep you updated for sure and let you know how things are. Update on my living situation. I didn't update a video yesterday. I was going to. And, you know, I've decided I was at my grandmother's house and I had been just hanging out, watching Netflix. I've been watching Lucifer, just like all of the episodes, just binging and enjoying myself, trying to get in my fluids, trying to get in my proteins, and just not stress out. But, you know, I had kind of hurt myself a little bit when I had packed everything on Saturday, Sunday, whenever I left. And so my incision on my left, that's actually looking really healed, kind of really hurts. And so, like, I know where I tore stuff on the inside, because I could feel it literally, like, tear and rip. So, that's fine. But, I had talked to my husband, because he was supposed to give me some money. He got paid, and I wanted to pay some bills. And he hadn't sent it yet, so I called to find out what was going on. And he asked me to come home. He said he wanted to spend Thanksgiving with me. He didn't want me to be gone anymore. He hated it without me, and he wanted me to come home. Then him and I got in an argument about my 17-year-old son. And while we were on the phone, my 17-year-old walked in with about 3 or 4 of his friends, and he just wanted them to hang out at the house for like 10, 20 minutes, and they were going to go. Now, earlier in the day, I had told him, I don't care what you do in the house. I'm not there right now. Do what you got to do. You know, just kind of gave up on parenting. So, but my husband didn't like that idea. And when my son tried to bring the friends in, my husband said no. Now, mind you, I was on the phone with him at this time, so I heard the starting of this. So my 17-year-old comes in. My 17-year-old is about 6'2" right now. He's almost 200 pounds. He is a buff dude, you know, slender, but yeah. My husband, on the other hand, is about 5'3.5" or 5'4", little islander, you know, he's got some muscle. He's a lot littler than my son. So, my 17-year-old son comes in and starts throwing a fit, saying, yeah, he wants his friends in the house, and that I said that it didn't matter. So my husband's asking me, does it, you know, and I told him I don't care, but you're there right now, that's your decision. He said, no, I want them out. He wanted to sit down and talk with Caden, my son, about trying to get me to come home. And my son didn't realize that, and he said he was inebriated slightly, like 3 beers. I don't think that was the case. I think he was probably drunk. And so he got into an altercation with my husband, and it got physical real quick. And I'm a protective mama bear. I didn't want my husband touching my son, but I didn't want my son killing my husband. So it got physical. And I'm going to show you some of the results of that. Apparently my husband might have like a cracked rib. My son has some bruising. He has a big knot on his forehead. It's a situation. But what pisses me off even more, because they're big dudes, they can handle themselves. This is in my kitchen. Well, it's in the hallway. This is a giant family-sized hole. When I say family, I mean both my husband and my son were wrestling and punching and kicking and screaming. I don't know, because I wasn't here. I was like on the phone with the police, and on my way here, when they knocked each other into this. So remember how I told you that my husband had just like broken the water heater, and we don't have a furnace right now, so it's freezing cold in this house? Let me show you how actual, like, well, let me find this real quick. I'll show you how. Oh, it's 60 degrees right now. If you can see that, it's 60 degrees in here. And that's in the middle, so that's warmer than it is in the basement. But so yeah, that is a giant hole. But that's not it. Let me show you the piece de resistance. I have a door handle for my front door that has biometrics. So I have a very long code just in case it doesn't work. But you push a button, and then you put your fingerprint on there, and then it opens the door based on if your fingerprint is saved in my house. It was a pretty penny. It cost a lot, and I've had it for a while. So, ta-da! I have no way of getting in or out of my house because the door will no longer open. So, there's obviously no batteries in there right now, but it doesn't matter because it looks like something was completely damaged. So I had to go through my garage to get in and out of my house, but only the family knows the garage door opening pin, and I'm not about to tell all these other people that are staying here. So, it's a flippin' disaster. So there's nearly $300 right there. Yeah, it's gonna cost at least $50 to get my hole repaired, and that's because my husband is, bet your ass, gonna do that on his own. Yeah, so there's some of the pieces. Got a bag over here with all the other pieces. Yeah. Yeah. Water heater, water softener that he broke. Can't even tell you how much that's going to cost. Thankfully, he was able to bypass it, and unfortunately, we don't have a water softener right now, but we do have water. So, I'm going to go take a hot shower in a little bit because I'm freezing in this house. And my adorable, puny little fireplace takes hours to heat up to the upstairs. So, the one in the basement has been broken. Surprise, surprise. So usually when the two of them are going, it gets really warm in this house very quickly. Nope. Like, I can barely feel that the fireplace is working, and it's been on for 2 hours, so. Okay. I know that it seems like I just bitch and moan in every single one of my videos, and I probably do, and I'm sorry. This is definitely to document my entire journey. And part of this stress and the stuff that I'm going through with my house and my family, a lot of it has a lot to do with how my success is going to go with this surgery. I've been learning a lot better on how to deal with my stress, mostly, or I thought I had. Trying to not eat my emotions, which I realistically can't anyways, because I'll tell you what, do you remember me telling you I got a Texano when I left the house? 2, 3, 4, not even 4 bites, and I threw it up. Yeah, because I'm an idiot, and I'm lucky I didn't get an obstruction and have to go get surgery done for it. So, lesson learned. But I'm still trying to cope, and I'm still trying to learn how to deal with my emotions without eating. Now it seems like it's turned the opposite. I get really stressed out, and I want to clean and not eat. Like, I get so pissed off, and I just want to clean my house. And look at this. Like, I just cleaned it, and look at all this stuff that they leave. There's dishes in the damn sink, and there's just... So I talked to my surgeon about it and said, you know, since the day I came back from surgery, I had been just cleaning the house and doing stuff too much. She said, let it go for a while. Just let it go. So I am not somebody that lets things go easily. That is a bad habit that I have to deal with, and I have to try to get over that. But it's difficult for me, and it's going to take time. And when it comes to my house, I was on welfare for a very long time. About 10 years, the state paid for me to live on state assistance in an apartment. I could not give my kids the things that they wanted. Sometimes I could not give them what they needed. I had to have my grandparents help. I had to have my parents help. The state's help. And it took a long time to get over some of the stuff that was holding me back. And I did. And now, you know, I have a great career and I own my house. Well, I'm trying to own my house. The bank owes it for the next 30 years, but I'm paying. I mean, I've gone from being on welfare for 10 years to having my own house in a fantastic neighborhood next to the mountains in East Layton. And things are falling apart quicker than I can fix it because of my family's decisions. And I feel like they are basically showing me that I'm not important enough to them by destroying things that I have worked so damn hard for. And then I usually have to fix everything. I have to pay for it. I have to get it fixed. I have to stress out about it. And do you see all of this damn silver hair that's coming out? Like, it's just so stressful. So my surgeon just said, stop. So yeah, I'm going to just stop stressing because that works so well, I'm sure, for everybody. But anyways, again, what would this be if it weren't for a bitching video and for being 2 times longer than I expected it to be? So, for you all that come just to watch my stats on my surgery, I apologize for mixing all of this BS into it. But I appreciate you sticking around to the end if you do. If you don't, it is what it is. I understand it's a lot because I'm dealing with it. So, I just hope that maybe my story would help you out, or maybe the crap I'm going through will help you feel better about your crap, or help you feel better that you're not the only one going through crap. Because I know that everybody has stressful things. And a lot of this stuff is first world issues. I understand that. But again, I have worked so hard to get to where I'm at right now for my family just to destroy everything that I'm working for. And so it's like a personal hit in the gut, and the very large gut that I hope to have a lot less of in the next few months. See how I turned that back around? So yeah, if you would, I'd appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, talk to me. I appreciate the comments that I do get. I don't get very many, but for the people that reach out, I appreciate it. And I appreciate every single one of you watching this. And even the people that have never seen me and never see this, I still appreciate you all. I couldn't do this without my family, but at the same time, I wish I could. Right now, I came home and I am staying home because I don't know if I can trust my husband and my son together right now. Oh, and the best thing is, so my son has had a lot of issues, and he was finally out of court system, finally out of custody of the JJS, juvenile justice system. You know, he was doing drugs, he was in programs, he was running from the programs, and then, you know, he'd be in there longer. And anyway, he finally got terminated about 6 or so months ago, maybe even longer. And because the cops came, and I'm not even going to tell you what one of the douchebag cops did. I appreciate cops very much. I'm one of those that if it weren't for cops, I probably would have been dead a couple times over. But they screwed over my son so many times by lying to him. And he had drug paraphernalia in his bedroom. He led them to. And they said, give us whatever you got and we won't charge you with it. We just want the stuff you have. So he gave them everything he has. And they're charging him with drug paraphernalia and for being drunk as a minor. So, because he had been in and out of group homes so often, they said if he gets charged with anything, that he would go to lockdown facility for a year. So somebody just knocked at my door. I'll be back. Okay, the husband is home. He couldn't get in because my garage door opener is not working from the outside and we don't have a door. Sorry, so I didn't really end it too well. My husband came home and I just didn't want to deal with that. So I just wanted to say thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Get the word out about the loop duodenal switch, you know, because there's still not that many videos on it. And God bless everybody, because I know that, you know, life is life, and I'm making it through. It's one day at a time, and it's hard. So if I can do it, everybody can do it. Trust me. Well, thanks all for watching. Love you all. Mwah. Have a good day.